Okay, so NXT Takeover Unstoppable. This will be kind of a shorter review because it's only 2 hours and it's pretty much all matches. So we begin with Finn Balor, who is now coming out as the Demon because this is one of the bigger matches. So, slightly different intro than usual. He comes out like part dragon with wings and spikes down his back, and his back design is this giant eyeball with like a dragon skull, like it's bursting forth from his skin, and like demons are crawling up his side. Just, he's gonna frickin' print money on the main roster. And he's taking on Tyler Breeze. Tyler Breeze now has an actual like catwalk with multiple models taking selfies. Not bad. It's hard to beat like selfie stick, it's all about me, having the women kind of detracted from him a little bit. Then he stole one of their phones and selfied himself. So not bad. Like the intros. Atami, of course, is a shoulder injury, so they played off that he got attacked in the parking lot. Just a one-on-one match. These two guys have really good chemistry. Great match, nice back and forth. And of course, Finn Balor gets the victory. So back to show Kevin Owens seeing Finn Balor celebrating his victory. Good match, nice opener. We then go into the Divas Tag match. Yes, NXT, over 2 hours, has 2 women's matches in their pay-per-views. Dana, who, while she's the big, strong bodybuilder character, is smaller than Emma. Doesn't help matters much. She's gone through another costume change. And she still kind of has the silvery hair color. Initially, she looked kind of like a smaller version of Natalya and Beth Phoenix, where she was, bleached blonde in the pink and black. But Emma looks significantly bigger than she does, taking on the team of Charlotte and Bayley. When Charlotte and Dana, Charlotte looked freaking huge next to Dana. So you've got 3 experienced women, 1 newbie. And you could tell that there was someone who's still learning. Again, good match, better than 90% of the main roster matches, but it was not without its flaws. The finish would have been tough for almost anybody to have pulled off. Charlotte had a figure 4, which is awkward because her legs are very long. She does a figure 8, so just a full back bend. Think Bray Wyatt spider walking while at the same time having somebody locked in a figure 4. But the finish was Dana was supposed to come in, go for a double axe handle onto Charlotte's midsection while she was in mid-bridge, the figure 4 being on Emma. Bayley was supposed to slide underneath Charlotte's body to stop Dana, and then hit belly to Bayley on Dana. This would have been a tough sequence to pull off if you would have had, like, Natalya, AJ, towards the end of her career, Trish Stratus, Lita, Paige. This would have been a tough thing to pull off with almost any undeniably seasoned veteran, just because of how you have to have 3 people working in perfect concert for it to work. So it was off by just a little. So Dana actually stood there for like a second, and it looked just blown, just enough. Okay. She's new. She was probably about a second or 2 early. I can't blame her for that. She's still new. So then, bow to the Queen or natural selection, depending on who's calling the match, to Emma. 1, 2, 3. Faces win. All right. Good match. Worked well. Rhino, Baron Corbin. Baron Corbin still needs a little bit more seasoning. He again was trying to go to the outside of the ring. Looks like he took a kick from Rhino and was supposed to go in between the middle ropes. Got caught up. So this was much better than his feud with Dempsey. Even though you can tell Rhino, much bigger guy, much more experience. Great match. Good back and forth for these two. A really solid match for Baron Corbin, who is playing his heel persona very well. I think that once Baron gets enough seasoning, and if they give him a manager, he will also print money. He's got a look that people are going to be drawn to. He is dripping in it factor. You need to take Canadians, rub them against him to absorb some it factor to come off as a lot more impressive characters. And of course he hits the beautiful end of days on Rhino, which was impressive because Rhino was a big guy. And the base is a nice move. So it's a really good match for Baron Corbin. Now we get into our tag team match. The titles. Enzo and Cass, my wife's favorite tag team. Because she loves how great Enzo is at smack talking. Just beautiful. Taking on the Dubstep Cowboys. Who now are sporting like pigtails on the top knot. It's like they've been watching Jericho do this and went, we gotta find Jericho's douchiest haircuts. Dude, we can totally do that. I'll do pigtails. I'll do a top knot. Dude, we'll look so douchey. And this is actually a really solid match for Enzo and Cass. But you can tell the whole time you're like, alright, how they can use Carmella to lose. Match gets towards the end, Cass cleaning house, tags in, beating down Enzo Amore, who took a combination backstabber powerbomb early in the match, which would have been an awesome finish. Puts him on the top rope to try to do the launcher. And all of a sudden Alexa Bliss comes down and attacks Carmella. Because a few weeks ago, Carmella, I think, cost Alexa Bliss a match. Okay. So Alexa Bliss aligns up with the Dubstep Cowboys, which allows for the screwjob finish. Okay. I guess. It allows you to have two factions that have 3 people apiece. So you can do your singles match and your women's matches. It makes sense from a long-term standpoint. Alright. Women's title match. Becky Lynch, or at this point, Becky Lesnar, is sporting an entirely different look. They did show Ava Marie, so you can't have 2 redheads back to back. I get it. So now she has bright orangey hair, taking on Sasha Banks. These 2 women beat the holy bejesus out of each other. So many arm moves. It's like, moves made me kind of go, oh. I think just break her arm and get it over with, please. And these 2 put on a fantastic match using, Becky Lynch to throw out a whole wide array of suplexes, different sorts of submission holds for the arms and arm moves. Sasha Banks focused tremendously on Becky's arm. Great match, great psychology, and the fact that when it was done, Sasha gets her arm raised, but she's not using her other arm because her other arm is hurt from the match. Becky is just beside herself because she tapped out. I was just like, and she's in the ring. Crowd gets behind her, starts singing her music, and I was like, that was a good match. Of course, on the main roster, you don't have that 30 seconds to a minute post match. Just have the crowd actually absorb the moment and become one with it. But NXT they do, so they did it very well. Nice video package showing Kevin Owens in the feud with Sami Zayn. And this match was all Zayn. Zayn's beating the daylights out of Owens. And Owens in constant retreat mode. Until they're on the outside of the ring again. Zayn just goes charging at Owens. Owens, power into the apron. It's like out of nowhere. Doc's checking on Zayn. Owens is teeing off on Zayn one after another. They're like, this match is done. Owens is getting ready to lay a little bit more into Zayn. Regal gets in the ring. Regal face stretching on Owens. Owens pushing away, headbutts him. He's going for another power bomb on Zayn. This weird music hits. Then a guy walks in. Now, I will be at NXT in it's at Columbus at the LC Pavilion. I think it's June 13th, I want to say. It's a Saturday. I will be 4th row, and hopefully I will get to see inside NXT, by extension therefore, WWE ring, Samoa Joe, who came down to the ring as Samoa Joe. So Samoa Joe had a stare down with Kevin Owens. Future's looking pretty good. CM who?